Hi, we're going to be visiting rabbits today. I did some changes and something happened. We're going to talk about it. Stay tuned. Luna, my doe here, gave birth last night. She had 11 kids, and they're all doing wonderful. She is such a good mama. You can see that they're all covered in hair, in her fur, but they're just now growing their hair. Of course, their eyes are closed. And she's been my successful doe. This is her third batch of babies that she's had since I've had her. This little lady is her daughter. She is a brat. She just had another litter. She kindled last night, and she had them again all over the cage floor. All of them died, but one, my wife managed to save, well, actually two of them, and one later died. My wife was nurturing it, and we brought it out, and she put it in the nesting box with Luna's baby so it could get the warmth from the other babies and hopefully latch on. So what I did this morning, I don't know if this is the right thing to do, but since she's lactating and Luna has 12 babies, I didn't know if it'd be wrong of me to take the original baby that survived and 3 of the other babies and put them in her nesting box so she can nurse them. Because I heard someone say, 12 babies is a lot for a rabbit because I think they only have 8 teats. And she isn't anybody to feed unless it's just her own, so I put 3 others of Luna's in with it to keep it warm so they can bunch up and keep warm. So I'm hoping she'll jump in there and feed them. She hasn't yet, and I know that rabbits nurse sometime between the hours of midnight and 5 a.m. So I'm going to come out early in the morning. I'm going to get up early, probably about 4 a.m., and come out and check. And if she's not in the box, I'm going to check their little tummies to see if they're full. If they're not full, I'm going to immediately put them back in the other cage with the other doe and try to get them fed. So this is an experiment. Now, my wife did some research when she found the babies like that, and since it's the second time that this has happened, she went online and did some research and found out that a mama rabbit would do that if she's lacking in certain nutrition and stuff like that. So I've got to really figure out what I need to do to supplement her diet so this doesn't happen again. I'm going to give her one more chance, but I'm going to wait till probably the end of May to breed her again. With that said, I've been working on rabbits today, the rabbit cages, getting them cleaned up, and I got some buckets of water and bleach water in there. I was cleaning out rabbit bottles and stuff because they were getting pretty ucky. Wanted to get them all sanitized and get everything ready. So we moved the rabbits out of the barn. It's warm enough. We can move them back into the goose pen for more air circulation and stuff. And also they could have more of a view. So let's go look at them. You'll notice the absence of the cages that I had hanging by baling wire up here. One of my viewers was gracious enough to note that the baling wire was maybe okay, but if I would have crossed them, it would have kept the cages from swinging back and forth too much. But what I forgot to tell her is I did have the cages wired to these poles so they didn't move. So they were attached to these vertical poles. And so they weren't moving. So what I did is I put the rabbits back on this stand. I originally got this set of cages down below. They were 2 separate cages and they were on a stand. I'll show it to you right here in this video. This is how we were originally set up. But anyway, when I got some wire and I got this cage free, this is a 3-bay cage I got free, I went ahead and I built this narrow middle section to make the cage the same width as this one. So now I have a 3-bay cage on top and a 2.5-bay cage on the bottom. So this will be my rabbitry. This is it. 1 buck, 2 does, and 2 grow-out cages for babies. Just keeping it simple. But since I have the rabbit hutch over there for the does right now, we're just going to keep that and leave it there. So when I put this together, this actually inspired me on a wonderful design for a actual shed for the rabbitry. So I was looking around to see an optimal place for me to be able to place the rabbit shed, and keeping in mind several factors. So the solution I came up with is actually moving the rabbits closer to the house and in close proximity to other livestock, so it'd make it easier for me and my wife to be able to care for them. My decision was to place them right there behind the chicken coop. I have this wonderful flat large area right here that is big enough for an 8-foot by 8-foot by 7-foot high shed. I'm going to lay a 3-inch cement slab right here on which the building is going to set on. So I got this metal roofing. It came off of an 8-foot by 12-foot shed that I got for free from an estate cleanup. So that's part of my building materials for my new rabbitry. My buddy that is giving me the bees, he brought me a bunch of lumber from a house he's remodeling, and so I got a nice set of lumber resource to be able to build the framing for that shed. I'm afraid the siding I'll have to purchase or just look around to see what I can come up with, but I want the shed to be able to match other things around here. He even gave me a couple of windows which I'll incorporate into the rabbitry. And I had another friend give me a framed door with a glass window in it. That's going to go into the rabbitry too. So I've got almost everything I need for free, except I have to buy the cement for the pad and the siding, and then throw some paint on it and move the rabbits in. So those baby rabbits in the bottom cages, I got them divided. You got girls on the left and boys on the right. And they've been listed on Craigslist. I posted them last night, so we're waiting to get them sold. So I want to thank you for joining me on this short video on just talking about rabbits and showing you what's going on here, and also asking you guys some information who do know about rabbits on if I'm doing the right thing with baby rabbits and putting in with a bad mama. Alright, I'm Jerry Hansen, your host here at Pine Meadows Hobby Farm. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share my videos. That also helps. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.